So you pay a expensive flight, expensive hotel, expensive tournament, everything to feel bad on the mats in the day of your fight.
If you're sick of traveling to a big competition just to lose in your first fight, this video is for you. We're going to be talking about fight day nutrition, and this is part 1 of our 2-part series. So today we're going to be talking about fight day nutrition if you compete under IBJJF rules. We're going to talk about what you can eat on fight day so that you don't run out of energy and you can win that title.
Hi guys, my name is Daniel, a BJJ black belt with more than 50 titles and BJJ nutritionist.
And I'm Vanessa, and together with Daniel, we run Nutrion, where we help BJJ athletes get to their optimal performance. So Daniel, fight day nutrition, it doesn't actually start on fight day, does it?
Yeah, exactly. The fight day nutrition start weeks before. So for everything that we were talking about in this podcast be usual, the athlete needs to be a good weight cut before.
And if you need tips for that good weight cut, we have a different episode out about that. So I'm going to try to link it here somewhere on the screen, or if you're listening on Spotify, I'm going to link to it in the notes. Back to the fight day nutrition for those who did the right weight cut.
Yeah.
So dinner the night before, that's the first meal that matters.
Yeah.
What does that ideally look like?
So the ideal dinner the day before look like full in carbs. And this athlete don't need to think about recovery. Yeah, so proteins now will be the hero here. So the most important macronutrients in this specific situation will be carbs. So your tank needs to be completely full, especially because in the day of the fight is a full day. So we have many fights, and the intensity of these fights is different than training. It's more intensity, we spend more energy, so you need the tank needs to be full. So carbs will be the main one, macronutrient there, a little protein and less in fat if it's possible.
Do you have some examples that you can share with us on what that meal could maybe look like?
Pasta with a ground meat or fish with tomato sauce. So of course the quantity of pasta depend what size of athletes we are talking about. But it's something like a 200 grams, 300, 400.
And that's cooked weight, right? Not dry weight.
You
don't need like a full bowl of pasta. But okay, so 200, 300, 400 grams of cooked pasta based on the size of the athlete.
Yeah, exactly. And just a little protein. If you just to be texture. So it's just
not just dry pasta.
Yes, just for that. And avoid fat, so as little as possible.
So no carbonara sauce.
No carbonara sauce, or olive or a lot of olive oil or pesto or something like that.
Quick break from the podcast to let you know we're offering free BJJ diet audits. That's where we talk to you one-on-one. We look at what you're eating and we come up with 3 things that you can easily fix to get your performance better and to make your weight cut more easy. If you're interested in that, DM us audit on Instagram and we'll get you the link for that. Back to the show.
Another example could be a sandwich. So bread with the same thing, a little proteins like ground meat or fish with a little cheese if you want, and a little vegetables. Yeah, it could be an option for the dinner day before.
Got it. And that's probably really practical if you're like traveling, just making yourself a nice sandwich if you can't make the pasta. Okay, cool. So we have the dinner the night before. Now we go to bed, wake up, and now it's fight day, right?
Yeah.
What's the first meal, the first thing on fight day for nutrition?
So the first thing needs to be the hydration when you woke up. So try to drink something like a 500 ml of water, and then a breakfast full of carbs. Mix carbs from fruits with another carbs to have a better absorption. So
mixing 2 different carb sources.
Exactly. Makes carbs from fruits with another source of carbs, another kind of carbs, like bread, oats, and try to add a pinch of salt, right? Just because the sodium will help your body to absorb more carbs.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So a good example could be a bowl of fruits with oats and honey, and another piece of bread with jelly, and an egg with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, nice. So you don't have to put the salt in the
Yeah, and the water and
in
something.
the fruit bowl.
You could, if you want, you could woke up and put a pinch of salt in the water. And many athletes like to do that, but it's not a rule.
Yeah, it's not the only way to do it, right?
Yeah, I think the salt will be better in the egg.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Perfect. So we have the rehydration, right? As soon as you wake up, ideally almost like half a liter, basically, and then your breakfast with the 2 carb sources. So what's next? What happens after that?
So for the pre-fight snack, it's better be 2 hours before fight. So something interesting will be use carbs with fast absorption, like fruits with another source of carbs like oats or honey. Or if you want something more faster, just fruits and honey. It'd be something interesting also. You have many possibilities here. So could be rice crackers with jelly, rice crackers with honey, piece of bread with jelly, so many possibilities.
And that's the pre-fight snack, so like 2 hours before, right?
2 hours before, yeah.
And how much before because we didn't mention that when we're talking about the breakfast, how many hours before should that be?
Oh, for the breakfast need to be 5 hours before, 4 hours before it would be.
Okay, so there should be 2-3 hours between those 2 meals.
Yeah.
So we have the pre-fight snack, right? Then what happens after that? Is it just weigh in and fight, or is there anything else?
After weigh in, electrolytes with water. So just to improve this athlete's hydration. So just little sips. So just for this athlete, keep hydrated.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then the first fight. And now let's hope there are more fights than that, right?
Yeah.
What happens after that? What about between the fights?
Yeah, between the fights, especially for jiu-jitsu, because sometimes the tournament is so long, so you have many fights. I don't know what belt or your division you are, but if you are lightweight, blue belt, you have many fights to do. So something interesting is keep with your sugar, blood sugar levels high. So something interesting, you use some faster absorbing carbs. This could be gummy bears. Or now the honey will be interesting with a piece of fruit, for example, or juice is another thing interesting.
Is that what you would, when you were competing more? Did you eat the gummy bears as well, or?
Yeah, but it's not a package of gummy bears. Of course, it's just 3 or 4 gummy bears.
Got it.
Per fight, and if necessary, if you feel tired or low energized, you could use this strategy also.
So just a couple gummy bears, like maybe more than 3 throughout the day, but only like 3-4 between your fights, so you don't have like a stomach full of gummy bears.
Yeah.
I think we went over the perfect fight day nutrition, right? But that's not what everyone does, right? I think there's a couple mistakes that you've seen that you've helped some athletes correct. And there's a couple of common mistakes.
Yeah.
So now, what would be those most common mistakes that you see athletes making?
The first one is starting the dinner day before. So sometimes the athletes like to eat just proteins. Protein is nice, it's a nice micronutrient, it's necessary, but not now. At this time, you need to recover your glycogen stocks. So if you eat just proteins, your tank will run empty in the day of the fight. Instead, you need to focus more in carbs. So pasta, rice, bread, anything like that, and just a little protein if you want. The second one is starting the breakfast. So it's the same thing. Prioritize just proteins and high quantities of fat. Scrambled eggs with bacon and avocado toast will be too much for your body. Your digestion will be slower. It's not something interesting if you have a fight in a couple hours. Instead, focus one more time in carbs, especially with fruits and another kind of carbs. This will fill your tank. So the third one, in the pre-fight snack, the athletes just eat honey. Yeah, I know honey is a great food, have a lot of micronutrients, is a great content of carbs. But the problem if you drink just honey is because your sugar levels rise too fast. And when it's happened, your sugar level drop really fast. You could feel tired, weak, or fatigue before your fight, or in the middle of your fight. Yeah, so you want to do that.
Got it.
So the fourth one is not focusing hydration throughout of the day. Especially big competitions could be environment with a lot of anxious and it's stressful, and sometimes the athletes forget to drink water, but it's something very important, especially when you have a lot of fights to do. So remember to drink water when you woke up and after each meal before the tournament. Keep hydrated throughout of the day. So the last one and the most important mistake is don't make weight before the tournament. If you don't do that, it'll be hard for you recover your glycogen stocks and hydrate before your fight. This will be really bad for your performance in the day of the tournament. So you pay a expensive flight, expensive hotel, expensive tournament, everything to feel bad on the mats in the day of your fight. So make weight before the tournament is the most important thing to do.
Let me try to recap what I think we learned today. So we went over fight day nutrition, right? First one, you need to make weight well in advance. You need to have a good weight cut.
Yeah.
Then overall, I think the main topic is carbs. So carbs are important
throughout
for the dinner the night before and throughout the meals.
Yeah.
On fight day, hydration is another big topic.
Yeah.
And so those are kind of my key takeaways. Do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, to me the most important thing is 80% of all is make weight before the tournament. The 20% is your dinner day before the fight, is your meals before fight and everything. So keep your focus and make weight first, and then thinking about what you do the day before in throughout of the day of the tournament. This is the most important thing to think about.
All right. I think that was great. A great overview. Now, reminder: this is part one of a two-part series, so we are going to make a separate video for you guys competing under different rules. So stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave us a like, subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment if you have a question or if you have an idea for a future topic you want us to cover, and we'll see you in the next episode. If you're trying to get to more performance or to make your weight cuts more easy, more smooth, we're offering free BJJ diet audits. DM us audit on Instagram and we'll get you the link for that.